When people get into studios and when producers and guys that makes beats gets together, you get to realize this old school song that says Damono Vakweta Tabalo Kumbinga, your town councillor. Mr. Makoya comes from the beginners of what you call contemporary Namibian alternative music. People that would have made a sound that you go like, yeah, Jackson didn't do that. There is no need disrespect for Jackson. His 21 Gun Salute, Ben is gone, he's live, he's been here, he did. I even made a song with a dude like that. So these dudes, they came out with stuff like that, and the whole ghetto went like, oh, this kind of music is not only made in South Africa. Hello. Okay, that's when Matongo started. Orange overalls on the NTN stage, music makers. Stravo at the time looked like a 13-year-old kid that was just getting in the mix. A bit of Tamara Dekten, the other out of Stravo, Yeah. So, this team went on and boom! The guys just came through. And that's the time I think duos or groups or people singing together in a group, more than one, more than two, became Damono Vakweta Tavalo Kombika, your town council. Matongo took the fame, they got a cake at the 21st anniversary of some girl, and everything went smooth, man. Guys grow up, Travo got kid, Tamara Dekan has got a kid, the other two has got a kid. So, of course, $5,000 between three guys that's got children. Do you want to share that as an equal share? No. Dudes need to go solo so that they can each have this 5,000, and then they can sing together as a group also and share that one. But it was very important. Guys are growing up. Yeah? Kombingayo? Sublifter. And then, people grow up. Now, today, I was pulled in the studio. And of course, it's Elvo's place. We don't want to go into detail in it. If you want me to go there, it's okay. Mr. Makoya, is a grot man. I mean, from the orange. Can you remember the orange?
I was so small.
Tell me about that night.
Aish.
How did you get there?
Never. Hey, brah. I don't think I could even really rap that time and hoy some lines. I was just taking some bits and pieces of how I used to use the slang. And I was a good dancer, by the way, also, so it really helped. But at the end of the day, it worked out. First time on stage, and the crowd was heavy. I even remember Damara Dekdeng. We had a whole sequence which we did, and while we were performing, it was like the final night, whole sequence. Then once me and my brother were moving to the other side, he forgot what to do, and then he went this side, and they were like, shit, we just flopped the competition, and then we had to cover him up, and yeah, it was crazy. And after the whole performance, I remember coming, Echibra, Chilat flop. But eventually we won. Check it out. Eventually we won, but yeah, that's how it was.
How was it like performing for the first night for television audience? And your business today is very important as far as television audience or internet audience or bloggers and all these people are concerned.
Overwhelming experience. But that's then and then which I knew this is where I belong. I was around about 13, 12 years. 13 or 12 years old, 11, somewhere there. But once it hit TV, I was like, eesh, this is another feeling, man. And the people after that, how short, I was a dwerg. Hey, it's one feeling I cannot describe till now. Every time I appear on TV or doing the news or something like that, it's always still new to me.
So, Emil at some point interviewed Tamara Dekten, and he actually put him quite in a corner where Tamara Dekten felt it was a bit too much for him and awkward. And he asked him, the two brothers versus Tamara Dekten, has that been the split? Or what has been the split? Or what is this
the whole Matongo family situation.
Yeah, and being splitting and doing solo projects.
The way the public perceived it or just received the information, I would say was just the wrong way. It came to a time that we as Matongo family done so much in the industry. Been like, by that time it was like 12 years together doing the music, you know, and by that time it was a struggle. We had 2 albums out, and it came to a time that we had to do a solo album, each of us. You know, the space was getting too much.
Because why each of you an album? Because
we have to put bread and butter for our families, man. I mean, we are Africans, and damn, at the end of the day, you have to support yourself. You cannot rely on another person to bring you money in, seriously. And our creativity was getting too much at the end of the day, you know. There was a situation that we were not understanding each other. I mean, it happens in every group. Check out the Destiny's Child, the TKZ, the Jackson 5s and stuff like that. It happens, you know. People have to go solo to go find their own feet. But right about now, I can say we are tighter than ever. We communicate on a better level.
Ladysmith Black Muscles, that's big. Nobody has touched it. You've even said it earlier on that Cleo and all the other creative dudes that you would have assumed. So what's up?
You get the biggest cats in the industry that overlook what they actually have, you know. On this album, I'd really even like to put songs of Jackson Karyewa and the Rashi Hammers and stuff like that. But I actually had this plan of working with Ladysmith Black Mambazo or doing a remix of their song on my first album. Reason being is because my father loved listening to that stuff day in and day out. And once I started listening to it, the people were like, "What's a utopie remarked?" But it was not like that. It's something which grew onto me. And I'd like, let's pay respect to African culture at the end of the day. I can do a remix of an American song, an old American song, make it a hit. But is it relevant to our culture? No. So why not do a remix of an African, true African song, like Ladysmith Black Mambazo? Nobody has ever touched it. And it would be funny coming from a Namibian. So that's how we're trying to work on this album. You know, so that's why I was invited to you, so we can do this.
Focus on other things.
Check it out.
Nice,
it must be a broader picture. We must also like local. Local is dominated by other guys.
Yeah, you know the Italians, Makoya, they call cajones, and cajones is to do with guts, like Makoya. Cajones. From here, and not from here. Makoya, cajones, gods, kasumba kasamba.
So we're gonna do the song now with Mr. Makosa. Makosa is in the house today. We must try and beat that one.
It's gonna be hard. Yeah. It's gonna be hard.
I'm telling you, when we performed it, was it last month?
In the category, it's gonna be hard. But away from the category, it can be an invention.
Check it out.
Yeah.
I want an album like this to clean in every type of category. Understand me?
It'll be hard to mention because those guys just. What you would like to take again? Of spell you learn from me this thing, they will remain the thing.
Always when I brought the thing there, I told these guys, let's sit down and produce this thing. And I told them I need both of them producing, not just one, just elbow or claw. Said hands-on production. Now that's what you get putting 2 producers together. Check.
Hands of applause.
Yeah, I love it.
Don't bring out everything that people know. Bring out new shit. So they can follow you.
Don't copy and paste.
Yeah, don't copy and paste. Let them copy from you and then they paste.
Set trends.
What do you mean? Copy and paste?
No,
But you check.
I told my wife also that story 2 days ago. I said, you know, one thing that makes me very lonely in this country is everybody copy and paste. Now I'm lost in shit street. I like to wait for Babylon by bus so I can get out of town. But it's okay, you know, it's humanity. You need to be in a crisis situation to be a leader. You don't become a leader because you dream it.
Yeah.
You become a leader because you're in a crisis situation.
The thing is of copying and pasting is you'll wait for that person which you are so unbutting to do something, and then you get inspiration.
Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson.
Check it out.
Now you see today, nine boys rapes a 14-year-old girl. So you would think people like Lavi and them are crazy to get together with Tunaki and them on a song like, you know, Hear Our Cry, you know, and do music like that, and we all go like, You got issues, but they don't have to get caught up in what is very important.
We are ready.
Yeah. Oh, Elvo, you know, I just read about this guy in the papers. And I saw, oh, Mkoita also employed people. That's what we call industry, yeah? Industry is not the cover of the music or the song you make, but it's employment. Because we cannot make better shows if we don't employ people. On TV, on everywhere. You know, formulas are there to be made because you can get to them.
Yeah.
But if it's got to do with industries, it's about creating employment, income, because then we know we're serious.
Yeah.
I call you tomorrow, not because I'm asking you a favor. Hey, you know, I call you as a dude, I've got a client, he needs to record at 10 to 12. Is that cool with you? I say, I know it's cool, Boli, but you're chopping my boss now. You gotta give me $2,000. Shit like that. Because now you're pushing me. I say, no, whatever, Baba. You know, because it's about maintaining the people in the studio. That's industry to me. To me, industry is not a cover of a CD or a song on radio or a video on TV. I know that's an ingredient
of the industry.
as a blifter. You know, that's an
the
ingredient.
ingredients that came out of it.
But it's not the
But the
industry.
industry is still as
It's the employment, the business.
the actual business, the employment. That's really
Makoya. Pick up the groove on the era. They love you like that. Here comes the hot tempo. Makoya. Pick up the groove on the era. They love you like that. Here comes the dumb Makosa man. He's something in on the motion. It's kinda cool and irate. Chilling out with Mr.Makoya. Babylon bus with a lot of music, I'm on the move and slam the brakes on the corner of R&B. I know we got it. What's your business? What's your business?